Hello, everybody. Happy Monday here, Monday, April 20th, in case you needed that orientation. Picking up on something that Stacy was talking about yesterday about Jesus' friend, I wanted to kind of go with that theme because you used the verse, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother.
Yes,
Yesterday,
that's a good one.
and it reminded me of that fabulous book, Closer Than a Brother, which is about the life of Brother Lawrence. The original book around his life is Practicing the Presence of God. That wonderful French monk.
Was he the dishwasher?
He was the dishwasher,
yes.
And he ended up becoming a counselor to bishops and kings.
Wow.
Because of his life with God, because of his intimacy with God. And I love how he was described. He was a large fellow and apparently not very attractive. He was described as gross by nature, but elegant by grace. And just the presence of God had so saturated his life that he knew the one who was closer than a brother. So there's Practicing the Presence of God, the larger book, Closer Than a Brother, smaller paperback, great read on his life. But the idea that I wanted to continue on with is practicing God's presence. Because what we need right now is we need his friendship, we need his love, we need his presence.
Yes.
That's what we need now. That is the sustaining grace. And kind of in the overall spirit of let's come out of this stronger. Let's make the enemy regret it through our practices during this time. And so just wanted to give a couple thoughts on the presence of God is something that you do like practice and become aware of and cultivate our awareness of.
Yes.
I would love it. Dallas Willard, the first thing that he would say when he woke up in the morning is, God is here.
That's orienting.
Yeah, just to orient.
Yes.
Like the very first thing, you're waking up, God is here.
Yes.
And we cultivate the presence of God. We cultivate our awareness of the presence of God. Lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. So he is with us always. But becoming aware of his presence,
right.
Enjoying his presence is like riding a bike or learning to read or anything else. It's something you kind of bump along through, and then you get better at it, and you get good at it, and then you like really enjoy it. And so just a couple thoughts around Jesus's friend, closer than a brother, practicing the presence of Jesus to help us. There's Jesus with us. Lo, I am with you. Jesus here. And then there's Jesus in you.
Yes.
And learning to tune into his presence both within us and with us as companion,
yes.
with us as friend, within us as life and strength and sustenance.
Right. And I like that you said like we grow in it.
Yeah.
Because it's something we increasingly become aware of as we practice it throughout our life. So for me, what I do is get quiet and tune in, because it's Christ. He dwells within us by faith. He's in our heart. So like I literally am aware of this. For me, it's this section of my body, and settling in and becoming aware of him in there and tuning in, kind of sinking back into his presence and resting there. Just not to get an answer or even to get strength for something which I so desperately need, but to sink back into his presence and just tune in.
Yes, there you go. Because there's coming to God for help.
Yes.
Right? Like I need an answer to this, or we're intervening prayer for that, or I'm thinking about my future. We need to change some plans this summer. We need to change some ministry plans so that there's questions, but that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
You're talking about simply enjoying
his presence and tapping in. And in that place, I become more aware of who he is and who I am in him and to him. And that's where transformation takes place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, becoming aware of his presence around you, just almost using your sanctified imagination to just go, he is right here. He is closer than a brother. He's right at my elbow. In him I live and move and have my being. So being aware of his presence, cultivating that in moments. And then the other practice, becoming aware of his presence in us. As you tune in, the first thing that I'm aware of is a lot of chatter.
Yeah.
Right? Like
there's a lot of noise.
There's a lot of just internal noise. There's emotion, and there's conversations replaying themselves that I had yesterday, and there's the news report I'm thinking about, and and so that idea, if you haven't gotten the 1 Minute Pause app yet, if you haven't downloaded that, it's free. It's called the 1 Minute Pause. We have it for iPhone and Android. It's so helpful. Because it begins with this. It begins with, Jesus, I give everyone and everything to you. And as you're trying to settle into the presence of Jesus in your heart, Ephesians 3, he dwells within you. You first run into a lot of chatter, and you've got to let that go. And so you just get quiet. Getting quiet is really, removing distractions really important.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And then getting quiet inside, right? And you do that like, for right now, I'm not trying to figure anything out.
Yeah.
I give everyone and everything to you, and I just
breathe.
Jesus, you're here. Like Dallas would say, you're right here. Jesus, you are with me. You are with me. And I think if we can begin to make a practice during our day, practicing the presence of God, you are right with me. I love you. You love me. Oh man, I think we're going to navigate this better, for one thing, and I think we're going to come out of it better, right? Like, to come out of it with a greater awareness of the presence of God.
That's a gift.
Would
That's
make this
really
worth
good.
it.
Yeah.
Right? It would make it worth it. It really would. Anyway, happy Monday.
I want you to pray for them real quick.
Oh, pray for you real quick. And what did you want me to
Consecrate the day, and then ask for an increase of knowing the presence of God.
Okay. Jesus, we consecrate our new week to you. We consecrate our Monday. We consecrate our stay at home, our shelter at home. And if you are in the front lines in healthcare or other critical things, we consecrate that. I consecrate my work to you today. And Jesus, above all, I want to be aware of your presence. I want a richer experience of the presence of God, both in me and with me. So Jesus, come, make me aware of that. I pray for the faculties, for a greater experience of your presence in me and with me.
Yes, God.
In your name, Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.